I gotta be honest with you. Number one, there's really not much news at the moment, so there's not really much to speculate on. That's not all the way true. There's a lot of conversations that needs to be had, and maybe I'll get to that on Friday. I haven't decided. I need to get another edited video out to y'all. I've just been really fucking lazy, but today I kind of want to like veer off like the normal serious path and just really just tell y'all some shit that I've been observing a little bit. You know, it's common knowledge that I'm not used to supporting a team that's not only really good, but is viewed as being really good. That's not something I'm used to. The other New York team has been trash since I was born, literally. I was born in 94, so it's like, as soon as I was born, it's like, oh, hey, no championship for you niggas. And then after that, it was just a shit show until we got Melo, and like, that was like a year, and then it was back to shit again, and then, obviously, I covered the Dream, and them niggas don't win. They're on an 8-game losing streak, so, like, I'm not really used to covering a team that's so fucking good, especially with New York sports, but I'm not really used to that shit. So if it seems like sometimes I'm either overly critical of something, that's trauma talking. Like, I've been through some hell. I've been through some hell. Anytime I see Derek Fisher on the fucking Sparks bench, I start having fucking flashbacks, and I'm just like, no triangle. Like, I've been through some shit. That's also why sometimes I'm a little bit overly optimistic about things, like how much I love James Harden shit and Blake Griffin to a unrealistic manner. It's just because I'm just not used to this type of shit. Like, I'm used to falling in love with role players who should really be in the G League, but, they just warm your heart and they do cool things during the season. Like, I'm not used to this type of shit. But something else I'm really not used to is I'm not used to everyone respecting the team I support. This is some new shit. Like, this is all some new shit to me. Have y'all been seeing the graphics people are putting up, either the Vegas odds, which shout out to people in Vegas, because God, I read in a comment on my second channel that it's like 105 over there. Y'all, how are you living through that? I mean, it's hot as fuck here, but I can't imagine how hot it is on the West Coast, but that's not here there. But either the Vegas odds or Bleacher Report or just these like random NBA Twitter accounts or whatever, have you seen these like rankings and shit like that? Like with the 2K ratings coming out, which I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on that. The news ain't that slow, but I might, who knows. But have you noticed the Nets are like on the top of every single list? And as they should be, don't get it fucked up, as it should be, but it's like every list? Like, we're not competing with the Lakers at all. They got the Clippers like super down on some of these lists too, and it's like, are we not the Clippers of the East? Like, wow. Okay, sure, fuck it, why not? I mean, like, at the top of every one of them. And it seems like a lot of the time we're being I'm being super defensive, and I feel like I'm always having to clap back at a motherfucker. It's just interesting that niggas respect us, though. And I'm not really used to that. Everyone hates us and we're the villains of the league, but it's like everyone respects us. And it's like that treatment that I felt like we should have been getting off rip, that Golden State treatment. I feel like we're finally getting that now, where it's like everyone has kind of come around to, yes, the niggas got hurt, and that's what happened. Now, maybe that's just because everyone hates Giannis right now, which is hilarious, but it just seems like we kind of got our respect. I'm even at the point where I can say on camera openly, I think Giannis purposefully injured Kyrie, and nobody kills me anymore. Like, it's like everyone respects the Nets so much, and I'm just not used to supporting a team where it's like the consensus is, yeah, they're probably going to win the fucking championship. That is new shit to me. Now, I don't think this is a unique feeling, because a lot of y'all are like tenured, like long-running Nets fans and shit like that. You feel me? I came over here on a boycott, and now I ain't never going back. But that's not the end of there. But it's just like, we do this a lot where I will just kind of pass the mic over to y'all and ask, well, how does it feel? I did this with the LaMarcus Aldridge thing. I did this with the James Harden thing. I did this with the playoff shit. I'm going to do this now going into another season. Going into the season, we have James Harden, we've got Kyrie Irving, we got Kevin Durant, we got Blake Griffin. Patty Mills is coming off the fucking bench. Joe Harris, though he was ass in the playoffs, was still the best statistic three-point shooter in the league. And I think I saw like a graphic somewhere, like every one of like the top 5 like three-point shooters except for like Steph or some shit, and his percentage was not that good last year. So like efficiency wise, like all of the top 5 are on the Nets. It's like Patty Mills, KD, which KD was shooting like 50% from 3. What the fuck is that? Holy shit, that nigga good. But it's like Harden, KD, Patty Mills, Blake Griffin, crazy shit. I think it was like, damn, what was that graphic? I think it was like catch and shoot threes. Blake Griffin is on that list, which we don't talk about Blake's three-point shooting enough, but that's not even there. Like, half of them niggas are on our team. It's just interesting that we're atop of so many different lists. I'm just not used to being respected in such a way. I'm normally beating niggas off with sticks, but it's like, now if I go over the hoop or whatever, it's like I used to get called a bandwagon. Now it's just like, damn, y'all really gonna fuck them up this year, right? And I'm like, I guess. It's just weirdo shit. So let me ask y'all, as long-term Nets fans, like, what is this like? Because y'all have been decent and competitive over the last couple of years, which is more than I can say for the shit I've been through. But like long-term, you know, y'all done been through some shit. Y'all done been through some shit. Again, it's not as dark as other franchises. It might seem like it, but trust me, it could be worse. I'll say again, Jeff Hornacek, damn, I'm forgetting niggas' names. Who is that other dude? Who is that other dude we had? Kurt Rambis, like, I've been through some shit myself, so trust me, it could be a whole lot worse. David fucking Fizdale. Who was that other motherfucker we had? Damn, I am forgetting these people's names. That's a good thing. I'm forgetting my trauma. Wasn't Mike James. Who was the coach that got after Fizdale? Scott something? Mike Scott? Mike Scott? Scott Mike? Damn, I can't remember niggas' names now. That's a good thing that I am totally forgetting the trauma, but I done been through some shit is what I'm saying. I done been through some shit. Mike Miller, that's who it was. I done been through some shit. So let me ask y'all, because y'all been through shit too. I will argue not to the degree of what's been going on the other side of the bridge, but y'all done been through some shit too. And just tell me, how does it feel for y'all as long-term Nets fans? I should have said this in the beginning of the video. I rambled. Fuck you. How does it feel as long-term Nets fans to be in this position where everyone is like, yeah, y'all are probably going to win? What's that like? Because we're like contenders. And it's nuts. No one's like, it's like everyone's talking about it, but no one's talking about it. Like, we're really gonna fucking go win this ring. And it's like, it's just health type shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, you compare that shit over to the Bulls, right? You compare that shit over to the Bulls, and it's like, on paper, I'd say they're like that up on paper. They are like in that like upper middle tier. Like, I think the Bulls on paper are just as good, if not better than the Heat on paper. I think I mean, Jazz might be a stretch, but I mean, in the East, right? Like, I think they look pretty good on paper. And it's like, if that shit works, it's just interesting how no one's even talking about them. That's fucking nuts. Like, you know, it's just interesting. I'm used to being the super disrespected underdog, and ain't nothing underdog about us. We just gonna go out there and fuck niggas up. It's a weird position to be in, but I'm loving it like a McDonald's commercial. So let me know your thoughts down below. How are you handling being the favorites to win a championship? Shit. And that's before Sean Marks pulls off some random shenanigans to get us an actual center. Like that. This is nuts. This is nuts. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll probably see y'all maybe Friday. Maybe Friday. Maybe I can squeeze something out on Friday. But yeah, see y'all then.